everyone. My name is Lois Kofi and super excited to have you guys here for our speed networking event. Deepak and I have actually been working together doing different webinars, coaching. He's an amazing coach over in India and I'm here in Southern California. So we love to make global connections. And so that is what inspired this to be able to do. And this is actually our last free speed networking. We are going to charge in the future, and we do have a paid members program. We'll share with you much later. Our goal today, though, is for you to make as many new connections as possible. And if you've never done speed networking before, you're in for a ride. We're small but mighty, and looking forward for you to make a new connection or three today. So Deepak, do you want to take it away?
Awesome. Thank you. I loved what he said, a connection or three. So it's not two, it's three. So we try to attempt three sessions. And I'm just going to share my screen and we'll explain what is speed networking all about. And you'll get a hang of it for those who are coming for the first time. So as a group, we are Entrepreneurs International. And me and Lewis have across the globe launched this particular platform to help people across the globe connect to each other in various manners. And we are the co-founders, and I'm an author, founder, speaker with a lot of experience, a creator of multiple platforms, including Ikigai and Healify. Lewis, speaker, author, 12-week year trainer, mom, wife, and podcaster with 20 plus years of recruiting sales experience. So this is her podcast, which is Healthy and Wealthy and Wise, and that's running to full houses. This is a particular book I wrote last year, which was a bestseller in the category of positivity and self-help, called The Joyful Quotient, available in 11 marketplaces across the world. And I'm also a trainer at Udemy, run courses on Speakology, which is something which runs well in Asia. And I've come up with the course on Ikigai, which is my specialty. It's available on Udemy and Thinkific. So the four categories that we run across the month and the year are the virtual global coaching, the speed networking, the premium, the personal brand coaching, and the EI champions. And today we're just going to talk about the second one, which is the speed networking. And the agenda is pretty simple. Uh, this entire program is for each of you. So the introduction is already done. Okay. Just takes a couple of minutes to do introduction, and it's done and over. We're going to launch on straight to speed networking. I'm going to explain, why speed networking and the impact that it will make. So we can also call it as surprise business dating, or business dating, whatever. So the most profitable way to do business is one-to-ones, and both me and Lewis have been members and MSP trainers here. So this is said by a person called Dr. Ivan, and as part of the rollout of of the training, it's very critical and important to realize that a one-to-one is extremely profitable, and that's the quote that he's mentioned. The most profitable way to do business is not one to groups, but one-on-one. At some point of time, you need to get one-on-ones with various people across the world or the globe. So the origins of Entrepreneurs International is, guess what? It's a 20-minute one-on-one. And this was through a networking meet, which I had gone to in Bangkok, and that's how we connected to Lewis, and long back, a couple of years ago. But it's only 20 minutes, and what we spoke of was for something totally different. And for the last 2 years, although we've never met in person in the last 2 years, so we have managed to create this particular enterprise running across the globe. So one-to-ones can be extremely powerful if you connect with the right person, the right vibes, and the right complementary people to your own expertise, talent, and skill sets. It can work magic for yourself, both personally as well as professionally. The catch is to get that right person, with the right vibes and vibrations. So that's the reason why this particular platform is there to help you to get to some people, and it's possible that some of you all might stick on, which they have across for the next months, years. And in any case, when you connect to another person, you learn something new and something different, which we will experience as we go on. So let's do it as we speak. And I'll open up a Q&A before we start the speed networking. So what you're going to do in the next 40 minutes or so, we're going to do it thrice, which is why not one, you're going to meet hopefully 3 different people. Happen to suddenly find a voice. Yeah. Let me just mute her.
If you want to make me co-host again, I can happily help you with that, if that's possible, if that helps you.
Perfect. May co-host here. So, yeah. So let's do it. And it's the plan is pretty simple. You're going to go into breakout room with one other person, or a max of 2. We try 1, but there's an odd person, which might be 2. We will choose the pairs, and you just need to accept the invite on your screen. We'll try to make it as diverse as possible. So you'll be meeting hopefully 3 new people as we go ahead. And each person gets 2.5 minutes to talk, a total of 5 minutes. And the room closes at the end of 5 or max 5.5 or 6 minutes, and we come back to the plenary. So you'll see the time board, and we will close it back, as it goes on. And after 2-minute discussion, we go back to another breakout room, and the cycle continues. So this is the basic modality. I'm just going to give a couple of rules before we open up to any Q&A that you may have, but it's pretty simple and pretty intuitive. You're going to go into breakout room. I'll create the breakout rooms. You need to accept the invite. Each person gets 2.5 minutes to talk to each other on a particular topic, which we'll give for each breakout room. The room closes, and we come back to the plenary. So after 2-minute discussion, you can go back to another breakout room. And the same cycle continues 3 times. So just a few rules which we need to ensure that when we talk to people, talk slowly, because they could be across the globe or in different cultures. So just ensure that there's a level of mutual trust and respect as you talk to them. Try to look for a mutually beneficial partnership in whatever manner. So you could exchange numbers, emails, and try to look at something which is mutually beneficial. Give a brief intro and then discuss the question for the breakout. It makes it much more connected and much more, there's a direction to it. It's just 2.5 minutes. So brief intro and then discuss, the question for the breakout. So any questions before I release the question to you? Any thoughts, any questions that any of you have?
No, I'm going to just give one coaching tip while you're looking for that question, Deepak. We designed thought-provoking questions to get you to talk about yourself, not so much your business or product or service. So in the last session, I noticed someone was brand new, never done speed networking before. This is not like a BNI commercial. This is your time to connect with that person at a deeper level with the question that Deepak's going to share here. So each session will have a different thought-provoking question to get you to open up and have a really great conversation, because it's not about what you do, it's about who you are. People buy you first before they buy your product and service. So that's essentially what we're teaching through these sessions. What's our first question, Deepak?
Oh yeah, 1 minute. So the
I know he's juggling, guys. Putting these people in a breakout room is like a lot of work.
Question is, and then I'm again going to allow Lewis to continue talking for a couple of minutes. So the first question is, what's my favorite social media platform for my business or brand? So that's about it. What's my favorite
Awesome.
social media platform for business or brand? That's the first question. And Lewis, you can field any questions that they have. There are a few people new who have joined in, like Maninder, etc. You can ask them if.
Yeah. Does anybody have any questions before we break out into your first breakout session?
Oh gosh.
I'm going to make sure I mute. Okay. Any questions?
Harumi, I wanted to check with you. Is your voice?
Hello.
Oh, good. She was able to get on. So Harumi's
Yes.
is able. Good. Wonderful.
So I'm going to put her on. Yeah.
Wonderful. Any questions, anyone? Otherwise, we'll dive right in. Deepak, whenever you are ready. In fact, I love that first question because if you guys want to, that's up to you. You don't have to. You could exchange social media links or YouTube channels, subscribes, that kind of stuff. Is also a great opportunity to learn more about each other post today's event and exchange your contact information during your time together because you might miss it in the chat after when we're all back in together.
Awesome. So I'm almost back.
If this is your first time.
I'm ready.
Okay, cool. Let's dive in. Let's go. Go for it.
Okay. So you're going to accept this particular invite on the screen. You're going to talk for, it's going to be a total of 5 minutes. So mix it up and hopefully you'll meet somebody new. I'm trying my best.
Yep, the person who has the shortest hair goes first.
Shortest hair.
Let me just a minute. Hi guys.
You have some background noise. Go ahead and mute yourself if you don't mind. Just if there's a chance of background noise, that'd be amazing.
Cool. So I said it was getting lonely here, so I called you all back. How's it doing? Anybody wants to? Was the time less, more? Were you able to connect to the person?
Yeah, it was great.
I see a lot of notes. Fine, cool.
Yes.
Okay. Any one person wants to share something? Yes, Harumi, you want to say something?
Well, this is kind of first time to do. Can you hear me okay? Am I breaking up?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Yeah, yes. This was actually really the first time to do this speech networking. I mean, speech working on the line. So that was kind of different, interesting. So I have to know what to say.
Awesome.
Well, what to ask. Thank you.
Yeah. So anybody else wants to share something before I release the next question and the next set of rooms? And I'm going to request Louis to answer some questions while I'm busy. Ensure.
Yes. Bhakti, you had your hand raised.
Sure. Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was just amazing the connection that we had, and things just flowed beautifully. It was wonderful.
Mm-hmm. And again, hopefully you shared your contact info with that person. If not, if you want to do that now, like I just dropped my YouTube channel link in there. That's part of my social media marketing tool and would love subscribers. So if you want to share your contact information now, or again, you can do it in the next session. We're going to have a new question. I hope that question, was that question helpful? Did you guys have good conversations with that question?
May I ask a question?
Yeah.
Of course.
So how do I exchange the contact? Do I need to put in a chat or just write down?
Yeah, put it in the chat. If you see, I put, people are starting to put their phone numbers. LinkedIn is a great, that's funny, Eric. That's awesome. It's okay if you forgot about the question. As long as you just connected authentically, that's the most important. So we love the question because not everybody knows how to have a conversation thoroughly right away. So that's perfect. So yeah, if you want to connect on LinkedIn, drop your LinkedIn profile. If you just know that, like, for example, I see it's easier if you put in clickable links. So Michael, if you want to, what I do is I go to my YouTube channel, I copy and paste the URL and put it in so it's clickable. Because otherwise people can't, it's not as easy to pull your information. So if you want to redo that, unless someone knows how to do that, I've never been able to get links out without
I know how to do it.
Yeah, it's the HTTP thing.
Okay.
Yes.
Henry is the youngest here, so he knows everything about technology. I'm just going to stereotype you right now. Maybe not fair, but Eric called you out on it yesterday, so. Henry and I were on another speed networking event yesterday, so it's kind of fun
Right.
to do back-to-back speed networking.
Yes.
So let's go to round 2. I'm just going to release a question right now. And exactly the same rules. You're going to be in a room with a different person. Okay. So this time I'm going to ensure a different person. Sometimes in the third round, I kind of fudge it, but at least second round, I ensure because I have to manage. I need a software to manage all this, but it's fine. I manage doing something here and there. The greatest challenge you overcame in your business or life. I'm putting both options, preferably business, if not life. Exactly the same rules. You're going to go into a room with a person. We're going to get 5 minutes in total. The room closes. You can have a brief discussion and then get on to discuss some challenge that you overcame in your business or life. Because these are connecting questions which can really connect you to the other person in the room. Okay, so it's like a surprise date, right? A business date. So we need some good question to connect you all. So the greatest challenge you overcame in business life. I'm
And
ready.
I will say this is kind of fun, and you don't have to do this, but whoever has the next birthday coming up between the two of you goes first. So whoever has their birthday coming up soonest gets to go first.
Awesome, amazing. So we're all ready. And any questions? Anybody else? Okay, jump in. Your time starts now.
Hello,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing very well, Alice.
Nice to see you.
Nicer still to see you too.
We are kicked out.
Wow, good things down.
Not enough time.
I think we could have done with 10 more minutes.
Aww, that's a good sign.
thing.
Could have spent a lifetime with Lois. She's the real deal.
Good.
It's almost like you two interviewed us to be able to put us with the perfect people. It's just been amazing.
Destiny.
Oh.
I just have a sheet of paper. I'm just doing whatever random,
Oh,
whatever comes to
oh
mind.
No accidents.
my.
I always joke Deepak has a special guru spiritual power because he's from India and his name is Deepak. So therefore I deem him the guru of connecting people.
Oh.
Awesome. So we'll do one more session, right?
One last.
Deepak,
Yes.
and then we have a little bit of education about what we are and what we're doing.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
I just,
Oh, and then we have Alice's spotlight. We should do that after this next session.
Yeah, we'll do that. Alice is all ready.
Awesome.
So we do a last round. And I have another question for that too.
Oh my God.
So anybody wants to share something while we maybe it'll take me 30
What,
minutes.
Lois?
What, Lois?
Oh shit.
What?
Beth Meisner passed away.
Oh no.
You have
Oh.
to go.
Oh.
No way. Wow, really?
Yeah.
Happen.
You
Yeah, I
were
was
just
gonna have her
talking
on my
about her.
podcast this month and she was not feeling well. So she told me she couldn't and I didn't realize how bad it was. She was on my podcast in June.
Take care.
Oh,
I know a lot
wow.
of you are BNI people, so I hope you don't mind. I shared that.
right, thank you, Lois.
Yes, thanks.
Send your love to Dr. Evan
Yes.
and let your chapters know if they don't already.
Oh. So should we go to the third question? The third round?
Yes, last round, guys. Last round.
So the last round is what's the most exciting thing going on in my business right now? The most exciting thing going on in the business or life right now? Perfectly okay. There's nothing going on in the business, doesn't matter. Something going on in the life. maybe an extramarital affair or whatever, whatever it is, please let's.
Can I answer what is happening right now?
No,
Speed
no.
networking.
Okay.
Speed networking is a brilliant thing which is happening for me right now.
Awesome.
That's the height of mindfulness. Heights of mindfulness.
So shall we begin? 5 minutes by the clock, yeah? Already, any questions? Your time starts. Hey, Harumi, you're with Henry. Harumi?
Hilarious because I live in Cody.
I know. So you went to Cody Museum?
Not yet. No, I've been meaning to.
You have to go over there.
Alice and I already matched up, so we're looking to connect with somebody different.
Yeah, same with who I was in there with. We were matched up already.
What happened, Richard? Are you back in the room, main room?
Yeah, because I was already matched up with the person that was there with.
1 minute. I'm just moving you back to your room.
Oh.
Let me just see. Alice and Chen. Lee? Yeah. Hannibal.
We're still back. But Nakika's back.
Welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing? Did you have another good session? If you want to go down to the reactions, hit on the right-hand corner where there's reactions, you can do an applause. You can do a hands up. Maddie, did you want to share?
I'll be at the reaction.
Or if you were you just raising your hand?
Yes, I wanted to share just something really quickly. I think it's awesome. It's the first time that I'm doing this. I think it's great. I connected with two wonderful people today. Thank you so much for this. It's a great opportunity to connect with people doing different things. And I think it's it was very helpful. So thank you. You're doing a great job with this.
Thank you, sweetheart. So fun. We've got, I think, Mexico represented, US, of course, India. I think I covered and we got people from all different time zones. So it's really, really special.
Any other
all right,
person?
Deepak.
Yeah, one more person wants to say something, their experience, last 3 sessions, maybe half a minute.
It's actually nice to get a global perspective of what is happening all across also. So, I mean, fantastic.
Cool.
Short but powerful.
Yes.
And quickly, remember, you can visit BNI groups anywhere in the world, which is a lot of fun and really interesting.
That is
In
true.
3 sessions, I have fixed 3 meetings for the month of November. So thanks.
Nice.
Awesome. So let's move on, and I'm just going to quickly share my screen, and we're going to move on to a spotlight. And Alice, I'm going to make you the host. And before we move on to spotlight, a few of our virtual group coaching members, or the EM members. The first is Catherine, and she's from Minneapolis, and she's been with us for a while. We have Bhakti Ishaya, who's here on this group, and he's been almost 8 or 10 months, or maybe more than that, along with us. And we have Sailesh from Hyderabad. He's an Asira training consultant and also a Kaizen life coach. And into health, we have Mary, who's also there on this group. And today we have a spotlight. So this is something that we give to our premium members. And the spotlight for today is with Miss Alice, and she's going to take 5 minutes. Lewis, you want to introduce her?
I would love to, and I'll be your timer, Alice. Do you want me to tell you when you have like a minute left, or
Yes.
you're okay?
Yes,
Okay,
please.
cool. Awesome. So I've known Alice, had the pleasure of meeting her through BNI. She's a badass BNI area director. She's a badass Harley lady. Love her. She's an amazing coach, and I really was a mentor of someone who I looked up to, for years in BNI, and now having her in our group is a very humbling and amazing experience. So she's the owner of AMP Business Coaching and Consulting, and she really helps a lot with, that mindset of if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So that's a workshop I know she's excited about having. I'm sure she's going to talk about it today. So without further ado, Alice.
Thank you. And of course, Lois and I also have a love of prints in common, so that's always nice as well. So you guys can see my screen, it just got my logo for the moment. Nod. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. And it's funny because I go back and forth between this coaching and consulting verbiage because it means so many different things to different people. So I've now just started saying both of them. I'll probably change the logo for that same reason. But I started my company. In fact, I just told the story on these calls we just did, or on the breakouts. Started my company in 2004 after I was laid off from American Express shortly after 9/11. So it became one of the best things that ever happened to me. And hang on there we go. So I love this picture. I use it in all my presentations because I love brainstorming. I love sitting down with people and just listening to what's going on with them and figure out where I can help them, and then start kind of putting all the dots together and making a nice picture for them that will help them achieve those goals and be successful. Or sometimes when I work with people, we're just fixing a problem or an opportunity. We're finding the solutions. And part of that was confirmed for me about why I'm good at that, because I did integration job at American Express where I put all sorts of pieces together, $98 million software project, all the development, the rollout, everything down to the support, and being able to see all those connections and dependencies. And if you move something over here, that means you have to move something over there. And where are the problems? It kind of it was easy for me to do. And it became apparent to me that that wasn't easy for everybody to do, because people say, how can you look at that big picture and dive down into all that detail and know what's going on? I found out recently, actually just in the last couple of weeks, that it's 19% of the population that has that skill set. So it was new, interesting information to me. So I take that. And then if any of you are familiar with the Gallup Strength Finders analysis, my top 5 strengths are strategic, achiever, individualization, which is where I got my spotlight person here, relator, and learner. So I love to look for the strategy. I'm an achiever, so I tend to want to make sure everybody else be able to be successful as well. That individualization helps me concentrate on that individual person, even if they're in a bunch of, in a crowd of people or a crowd of a company or a leadership team. I can help them individually and break out for themselves. Relationship, not only relationship with people and how those interact, but the relationships of things. And again, being able to put that puzzle piece together and how it all works. And then learner is a picture I picked for the bottom. I love learning. It's one of the things that I really love about learning, about working with lots of different people, because I learn all sorts of stuff about all sorts of different industries. So it just kind of feeds my need for that. I work with people in a couple different categories. On the left-hand side, we got partnerships. I end up working with a lot of partners to help them put those pieces together, and the people part, because sometimes the opportunity in a partnership is the partnership and what's not working. And I help them work through that. I often talk about, I'm the bad guy. Let me be the bad guy. I'll ask the hard questions and help you get back on track. The second one is small business owners, typically a size they don't have a leadership team and a bunch of people that worry about goals and fixing issues. They're just really hammering it out with that first couple group. And planning, really my niche in the coaching consulting category is being able to put that plan together. It's not just, hey, here's a couple key things I might want to do. It's okay, let's figure out what time of day, what resources, who, what, where, when, really have a plan. So you have a way to measure your progress and what's going on. And I just love this last one because it's all about helping people, right? Reaching down and helping other people come up to their potential as a business owner and how they can achieve their goals.
Yeah, 45 seconds, 45 seconds.
Perfect. Second to last slide. To Lois's point, I'm launching a new workshop called When You Fail to Plan, You Plan to Fail, because I love that quote. One of my favorite Jim Rohn quotes. So we're gonna get together and look at what are we trying to do, have that plan, and then see you're on easy street, your feet up, ready to go, because everything's working great. So let me know if you know people who might be interested in that. I'd love to talk to them and see if it's a good fit for them. That's my contact info. Texting and WhatsApp are the easiest ways to get a hold of me. I check my email once a day for sure, but often it's like at the end of the day, but I'll get back to you. And thank you for your time.
Wow, you can tell you've been a BNI director for a while because that was like spot on 5 minutes. Way to go.
Thank you.
Excellent. And now we're going to share with you guys a little bit about if you see the value in this and if you want to come back to speed networking for free. We are charging $5 after your first visit starting next week. So it is a nominal fee, but it helps cover the costs for the Zooms and all the things that we do. And of course, $5 is a low fee to be able to meet someone that could change your life and impact your income. And we also have a membership where Deepak and I take turns coaching. And so Deepak, do you want to share a little bit about that and we'll wrap it up?
Yeah, absolutely. Or Louis, you can go ahead with this,
Okay, cool. So if you see value or if you, I know we didn't do any coaching today, so you don't know a lot about Deepak's coaching or mine, but we're really here to guide you mentally, physically, spiritually to live your best life. And one of the ways that we do that, we help you accomplish things with very specific, measurable, time-bound goals that can be customized to you. Next slide. And this is really Deepak's secret sauce. He's an expert on something called Ikigai. What is it that gets you out of bed every morning? And are you also limiting yourself by subconscious habits that are holding you back? Like I can speak to that. I didn't launch a podcast for over 3 years because I was subconsciously terrified of it, and a lot of different reasons for that. And working with Deepak actually helped unlock that for me. And now I have a much stronger tomorrow. So where are you being held back subconsciously and maybe not even having a coach to hold a mirror in front of you? You may not even know what it is that's holding you back. Next slide. So ultimately, would some coaching and guidance and networking like this help you reach those goals much faster? And we know Alice and Bhakti and Mary, who are here today, can speak to that. Next slide. And then if you're like me, global connections have transformed my world. I now have business in Europe, Africa, India, Dubai, because of this new normal. But if you don't know how to navigate that, Deepak and I are here for you to be able to grow your business globally. And of course, both Deepak and I have a vast knowledge of life experience to help you guide yourself and your family through this new normal that we're in, this recession that we're experiencing. Next slide. So we will be doing coaching sessions so you can experience those as well, but we do have coaching sessions every month. Today was simply just speed networking, but the goals that we have in supporting you guys is increasing your income and productivity, building those positive, like-minded, amazing relationships. I know some of you guys today said like, oh my gosh, how did you know you partnered me with the perfect person? Well, it's really the law of attraction, and a lot of like attracts like. So you are in good company here. And then of course, if you want to expand globally, like I already said. So this is our contact information. Also, Deepak has created a private WhatsApp group. If you want to screenshot that, this is our Facebook fan page. This is the private WhatsApp group, so you can be in the know. Although if you signed up on my link today, I will be sending out reminders of future speed networking. We do have one next week. Again, it's not free It's $5 unless you're a paid member of Virtual Global Coaching Family. But this right here is a free group where you can come in, share your events, meet people from all over the world. Deepak especially has added a lot of global people to that. So those are ways that you can get our updates.
Cool, cool, cool. Thank you so much. I think with that, we're coming to an end. So any last thoughts, anybody? A minute or two before we wind up?
So we'll make sure you've put your information in the chat. If you haven't already, I'm going to drop my LinkedIn. I haven't done that yet. So if you want to connect with me on LinkedIn there as well, reach out to us, either Deepak or myself, if you want to learn more about our growing community. And if there's no other questions, does anybody want to close us out with a positive quote? Alice, you might be good for one. Bhakti.
Let's do Bhakti.
Spiritual positive quote, Bhakti.
Bhakti, do you have a quote?
Yes, I do. Begin, act as if it were so, and the future is created for you.
Awesome.
Woohoo! See it, good choice.
Because there's just one moment, just this moment.
Whoa.
Awesome. Well, thanks, guys. Please do schedule private, one-on-ones, longer ones, obviously outside of this. Connect with Deepak, myself, if you can get inside of that private WhatsApp group. And yes, Bhakti has a voice of gold and a face for radio, I heard. But I love you.
Oh, really?
Positive and supportive.
Yes. Sorry. He's one of my dearest and best, so I had to give him a hard time. Sean Connery 2.0.
Thank you,
Every
madam.
time, every time the mind wanders, you hear Bhakti's voice, your mind comes back immediately to mindfulness.
Oh yeah, he's got to have his own meditation recording. Start selling that.
Yes.
That's amazing. Amazing. There's a lot of meditations out there, and you're like, this voice just doesn't do it for me. But Bhakti's, I think he's got that possibility. So Bhakti should talk to Eric, right? Eric.
Okay.
Totally.
Let's connect, Eric.
Thank you for the opportunity today. I need to run.
Yeah, so
But great to see all of you again, and we'll see you next week.
thanks so much. So,
Nice seeing you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Nice seeing
Thank
you,
you,
Paul.
everyone. Nice to see you. Louis Paper, please post the link in the chat for the payment. Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
sure.
yay.
Thank you.